What's going on, everybody? Steve here, Raiken Profit, RaikenProfit.com, joined with Wade's Ventures.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're having an amazing time, guys. It's beautiful out. We've got, dude, you have the most amazing view in all of Vegas.
Should I flip it around for him real quick? I think we should flip it around for him real quick. This view is, what are your thoughts on this view? What are they looking at, man?
Well, it's a lot better view than I have, Steve. I mean, but you've got MGM, you've got, which is amazing. You've got Trump Tower in the way back.
It's way back there.
Aria's
That's
over
crazy.
there. Yeah, all kinds of good stuff over here.
Well, Wade, he's actually big into, well, a lot of different things, but one thing that you specialize in is storage auctions and storage lockers. Yep. And today we wanted to talk about not one, not two, not three, but 11 mistakes to avoid before starting a a storage auction business, buying from storage lockers and selling it on eBay, Amazon, garage sales. So you flipped what, hundreds of these things?
Hundreds of storage auctions, guys. And here's the thing: is this is 11 tips to avoid and or improve on, because everybody sees the TV shows, everybody sees the crazy stuff that they pull out of there, but this stuff here, they don't show, or they don't talk about. So this is stuff you'll need to know.
So I'm definitely not like an expert at all when it comes to this. So like I'm excited just to ask these questions and learn from you.
Absolutely.
So I say without further ado, we just dive right into it. So let's dive into the first mistake to avoid when someone goes to a storage auction and their goal is to obviously buy something. Buy a what's the term for it? Is it a locker? Or
storage lockers. Storage unit could be multiple terms, but basically, guys, buy a unit
to resell
of stuff to resell
for value. So the first mistake, and I'm going to kind of we're being very professional again. I'm going to kind of throw these mistakes at you that we had kind of brainstormed, and then you can kind of explain a little bit about it. So one big mistake that you had mentioned a lot of people make when they first get started, buying these units to resell on eBay, Amazon, so on and so forth, is they buy too big.
Yes. I mean, it's a massive, it's even something that I fell into when I first started, guys. There's a lot to buying storage auctions, but primarily when you end up buying one, it's an exciting time. You want to buy a smaller unit that you're not going to get overwhelmed at, and so you don't want to buy 2 or 3 or 4 units your first time.
Right. So start smaller.
Start small and get your feet wet, and then as you get comfortable, you can buy more.
Cool. So, mistake number 2, and I thought this was interesting. You had mentioned that a lot of people, they'll buy like multiple locks, and they have 6 locks, 6 keys, and then they're like fumbling all around. What was your tip?
Yeah. So remember, this is a basic tip, but really credible here. So when you buy locks, you're going to need a lock basically when you buy the unit. Put the lock on the unit so nobody else can get your merchandise that you just purchased. So the tip here is to buy. You can go to any big box store. You can buy 5 or 6 locks, and it has the same key. So when you do feel comfortable buying a lot of storage lockers, you can put multiple locks but only have one key. Because there's been times
that's a good tip.
Yes.
So there's multiple times that did you lose the key?
Multiple keys. I had to get it cut. You got to save time, guys, and this is one way to do it.
Awesome. Cool. So, mistake number 3, biting off more than you can chew.
Yes. This is, by the way, guys, this sometimes still happens to me. But, when you're new, guys, do not, my opinion is one of my first lockers was massive, right? It was a big amount of space.
That was a 20 by 20, right?
Yes. And so I highly recommend when you're first starting, especially if you're only a one-man or one-lady show, to buy a smaller locker, because you would be surprised how much they can fit in those spaces. And it can take a lot of multiple trips. So don't bite off more you can chew, guys. Get a smaller unit.
Start slow at first.
Yeah, start
slow. Get a feel for it. It's the same with like when people start an eBay or an Amazon business. Just buy a couple things. Get your feet wet. So that's a good one right there. Mistake number 4 to avoid before getting started or when you're running your storage unit business is to not bring trash to your house.
Yes.
So you said that you were filling up your house, man.
Yes. And so Steve, this is so I have a brand new beautiful house, and when I was buying storage lockers, you have, again, goes back to the other thing, you have a lot of merchandise in those units, and so a lot of people will take the stuff out of the unit, bring it to their house and unload it, and the better way to do it is unload it in the units, go through what you want to keep, put that in your vehicle, and then go back to the unit and dump and or donate the rest. So you're not bringing the stuff back to your house, because guys, there's some pretty crazy stuff that you find in these units. And so make sure that you keep what you want, go through it in the unit if you have time, and then disperse it from there.
Cool. Mistake number 5, you had talked about not knowing your dump fees. What are dump fees?
That's a good question. So real basic overview, guys, is you're going to get trash, right? You're going to get treasures, but you're going to get trash. So you need to know where your dump fees are. A lot of facilities charge a flat fee and then per weight after that. And some facilities just charge per weight. So know what that is, because knowing your numbers is important. You got to buy the unit, dump fees, all the fees add up, guys. You want to keep it low. And so you definitely need to Google your local area and find out what that is.
So just a phone call.
Just a phone call, yeah.
Cool, awesome. Mistake number 6 to avoid when you're running this storage unit business is not recognize, I thought this was really interesting, not recognize when you're being bid up.
Yes, this is huge, especially when you're new, guys. Remember, when you're going to these facilities, there's a lot of people that's been doing it way longer than you have.
10, 20 years.
Yes, and you're on their turf, you're bidding against,
You're coming into their territory.
Yes, and when that happens, you need to recognize when the unit is costing you more than you can.
How do you know when you're getting bid up?
Well, that's a good question. So, when you go to these facilities and you look at the merchandise in front of you, you in your head need to come up with a number that you're willing to pay.
Wow.
And so if that goes over that number and you feel like they're constantly over the top of you, at that point you may want to reassess how much you want to spend.
Because you were saying too, sometimes they'll bid you up because they don't want you to come back again.
Yes, and that's a big
scare you away.
Yes, because remember, this is how they feed their family, or this is how they resell, and they don't personally like new people there.
Got it.
So
you're taking food off their table, essentially.
Yeah.
Cool. Mistake number 7, not becoming emotionally attached to a unit.
Yes, and that's happened to me. Okay, so this is a big one, guys. This is a big one. So, the way that it works is you crowd up in front of the unit, they open the doors, you're excited, a lot of excitement there.
You're already envisioning bringing it home, going through it.
You get that excitement in, right? But you've got to understand that, there is other stuff behind the stuff that you're seeing. So you cannot get emotionally attached to any items that you see within that unit, because that can lead to overbuying, overspending, and then overworking, because remember, time is money sometimes. So
awesome, cool. And that kind of leads right into speculating. A lot of people, they will make the mistake of speculating, and you had talked about the mistake was making sure that you only, not bidding on what you can't see, or bidding on what you can see.
Yeah. So guys, when they open that door, you want to, in your mind, bid on what's in front of you and take it at that face value. You cannot speculate that you're going to have gold beyond the first part, right?
Do a lot of people do that?
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
And then they overpay for the unit. And that's primarily where this tip is coming into to avoid, because you don't want to overpay for a unit that may have a bunch of trash in front of the treasures in front of you.
Awesome, cool. Mistake number 9 is going to kind of lead from what you were mentioning before. You'll find some weird, unique, odd instruments, materials, products. I'm trying to say this in a PG form.
Yes.
You want to make sure you have the right equipment. A lot of people, you said, beginners will show up. They won't have gloves. They won't have...
Yeah, so guys, there's going to be... Remember, these are personal effects of people, right? And this is stuff that they don't necessarily have room for in their house. So you need to have gloves. You need to have garbage bags so you can take the garbage, like we talked about in the prior, and put it in the garbage bag, toss it before it gets to your house. There's going to be a lot of stuff there. You need to have the right equipment, so gloves, lights, so you can kind of see what's in there.
It's going to be dark, especially at nighttime.
It gets dark. And then you also need garbage bags. A broom would be nice, so you can sweep it up the unit out when you're done, guys. And then also bring bottled water, stuff like that, because you'll be there for a few hours.
Yeah.
So do
they have restrooms there?
They do have, most of the facilities have.
I'm the kind of guy that drinks a bottle of water and I just worry when I have to use the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm maybe possibly if it's an outdoor unit, but you're good, buddy. You're good.
Cool. Mistake number 10, not having enough cash. You were telling me before, Wade, that a lot of these places, not all of them, but a lot of them will require cash.
Yeah. So most of the storage lockers that you buy are cash only. Now there's a select few that will do credit, you got to have enough cash, because at the end of the day, you're on a budget. But if you go to that unit and you get the perfect unit, and it's going to tend to be a little higher, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of value in there, but it's going to be a little higher. You want to have the cash to pull the trigger, because sometimes those rare gems of units happen every once in a while, and you want to be able to take advantage when they do.
Cool.
So.
Awesome. So Those are the first 10. We're going to go on to the 11th right now, and the last mistake.
Yes.
We could probably do 80 mistakes,
We probably
I'm sure.
could, yes.
But we kind of just brainstormed it real quick and tried to pick out like the best ones for the beginners and intermediates. Mistake number 11 to avoid when running a storage auction business or just getting started is not sticking to a budget.
Yes, it's huge, guys.
What's a budget?
A budget, that's a good question. That's individually up to you what your budget is. Like, if you're new, your budget's going to be smaller because you don't want too much room for error. So stick to your budget, guys. If it goes over your budget, there is always going to be more opportunities. Like, every single week, there's units going on within your state and your city. So there's all the facilities that you see go do storage auctions. So don't get caught up in the fact that you need to get one today. Stick with your budget.
Patient.
Yes, and be patient. Be patient, guys.
Cool.
It's huge.
Awesome. So those were the 11 mistakes. Wade,
Dude,
man, that was a lot of fun. If you guys
Appreciate
are enjoying this content and you want more content like this, you got to go check out his channel.
Appreciate it, guys.
What's your YouTube channel name?
Wade's Ventures, and I appreciate it, Steve.
Yeah, you got it, man. I'm going to link that up down below in the description. He's got tons of content. And, when it comes to this type of information, you've been doing a really great job. And your channel, what are you up to now with subs?
We're about 4,000, approaching 4,000, guys. And it's because of all you guys. I appreciate all the support. It's been amazing and an amazing community.
And Instagram as well. I'll link that up below. You've got some pretty cool stuff over there. And we can you'll check his Instagram to see if how he did on his latest bet. We're over at we're in Las Vegas at the Mandalay Bay. What'd you just bet on?
So I just bet $300 on the
Mariners.
To win, guys. So wish me luck.
Vegas.
Wish me luck. It's Vegas. You got to spend money to have fun. I'm trying to get this guy a little bit in sports betting.
We'll see. Man, I might put some money down. Wait, do we still have time to put money on the Mariners?
A little bit, but we got more games, guys. We got more games coming. So
don't get too anxious on a bet. Don't get too anxious on a storage unit.
Dude, hand in hand, it comes together. So it does. It does.
So, anyways, guys, thanks so much. If you enjoyed this video, like it, leave a comment below. Let us know what you thought about the video, and let us know if you've ever had success with storage units. And comment down below Mariners if you went over to his channel and subscribed.
Money line, guys. Money line.
Hey, brother.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.